Here's some affirmations for overcoming insecurities. It is safe for me to be myself. I am worthy inside and out. I have the courage to be seen. Well, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah V, and today we're going to be discussing how to overcome insecurities. So, I feel like we all have insecurities. Maybe you're insecure about the way that you look, the way that you dress. Maybe you're insecure when it comes to your relationship. So we all have insecurities, and that's perfectly normal. But you can't let that overpower you, or like they say, too much of anything is not good. I wanted to leave you with a few tools to help you release those insecurities whenever you're feeling really overwhelmed or overly insecure. So let's get right into the video. So by now, if you watch my videos, you know when I give you tips, I'm always gonna talk about knowing how you talk to yourself, or being aware of how you talk to yourself. So the first tip is stop saying that you're insecure. Even if you feel like you're insecure, your grandfather tell you you're insecure, your brother, your husband, your boyfriend, your baby daddy, stop saying that to yourself. You're not insecure. You never want to label yourself as insecure, especially if you're working on yourself. So don't do it. Okay, so the second thing is you want to interrupt the thoughts that develop when you start to feel insecure. So maybe you'll see someone, you'll see a friend or something, and you're like, oh, the first insecure thought that pops in your mind is like, oh, she looks way better than me. You want to interrupt that thought and replace it with something like, oh, she looks really pretty today. Period. End it. Don't make it about you. Like, if she looks good, let her look good without it having to be, she looks better than me. She looks better than I did, or she has better clothes than I do. Interrupt the thought, and you can even tell yourself, like, this is not about you. Don't make this about you. That's a good way to interrupt that thought right when it starts to develop. Cut it off. It's not about me. It's about the situation, or it's about this person. That's it. The next thing that's going to help you to overcome your insecurities is to stay around positive people. If you stay around positive people, those people will help you by speaking to your strengths. They're going to be like, oh yeah, you do this well, you do this well, you do that well. And then if they talk to you about your weaknesses, they're going to choose their words, because the people who care for you and love you will choose wisely about how they talk to you about what they feel like is weak, or the area in your life where you're weak in. They'll talk to you in a positive way, still telling you, hey, this is something that you need to work on. So stay around people who make you feel good, who are positive, and who embrace you for who you are. The next thing is to also embrace yourself. Like, embrace the insecurities and the flaws that you have. Embrace them. They're with you. They've been with you since 19 woo, since you've been born. They're going to be there. They're going to be there until you work on them, or until you fix them, quote unquote. They're going to be there. So embrace them. Get used to them. Just love yourself for who you are. Just love your authentic self. It's a lot easier. Trust me. Okay, so next, you're going to want to step away from anything that does not serve you. Step away from people, from places that make you feel insecure. Like, at some point you realize, like, okay, this person or this place really brings out my insecurities. So if you want to overcome those insecurities, you're gonna have to be willing to walk away from those places, people, or things that make you feel insecure. And obviously it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, like, you want to overcome the insecurities, or you want to keep them? You want to keep battling with them? So you got to make a choice. Either you walk away, or you keep dealing with it. For me, I'd rather walk away. It makes the most sense. The next thing to help you overcome your insecurities is to take care of yourself. You want to make sure you're practicing self-care, you're loving on yourself, you're nurturing yourself. It's just going to help to boost your self-worth. It's going to boost your self-esteem, make you feel good about yourself. And then the more you boost your self-esteem, the more you boost your self-worth, the less and less you start to feel insecure about yourself, I believe. So you want to really practice self-care. And there's so many different things you can do. You can go to like a spa, you can do facials, you can journal, you know what I mean? Like you can do the hard work, or you can do things that, you enjoy. Self-care, all of those things fall under the umbrella of self-care. So work on yourself, take care of yourself, grow so that you can let go of all these feelings that don't serve you. Okay, the last thing that you want to do is to read and take it slow. Yeah, it's a 2-in-1. So read and take it slow. You're going to want to read because you're going to want to learn about yourself. You're going to want to learn about the things that are making you insecure if you don't know them already. And reading is fundamental, and knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. So you want to take whatever you're learning and apply it to your situation. And that's going to take time. Don't feel like you have to rush everything, or like you're gonna watch this video and then boom, overnight you're gonna become so secure about everything in your life. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a little bit of work, but at the end of the day, I'm very, very 100% sure that you're gonna get through it. You're gonna know exactly what to do. You're gonna know the things that trigger your insecurities, and you're gonna start to, just move in a way that's healthy for you. Yeah, it takes time. So take it slow. Take it as slow as you want. Go at your own pace. Even if it's something that you take day by day, where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to go to this person's house because it really triggers my insecurities when I'm there. Or I'm not going to be around this specific person anymore because they call out all of my insecurities. I had multiple people, not say someone, multiple people in my life that would do things like that. And I started to realize it wasn't about me. It was just about them. But for my own health and my own well-being, I decided to move away from them. So I already know that I'm insecure about that thing, and it will have me crying all night, if someone talks about it. But then when I go around this one specific person, they always want to call out that insecurity of mine. It wasn't benefiting me to be around someone who was doing that. So at the end of the day, I had to remove myself for my own health, my own mental health. Because once you start to allow those insecurities to kind of like beat you up, it affects all other areas of your life. It affects your relationship. Who wants to be around someone who's always insecure? And, you just can't let things go. You want to be on top of everything, because I feel like insecurity then transforms, or whatever the word is, and it transform or transition into like control. You want to take control. I feel like it could be like that, like insecurities, especially in relationships, because I feel like insecure partners would then want to control what you do. You know what I mean? So like they're insecure about whatever aspect of the relationship, and then they want to be like all on top of you and controlling everything that's going on with you. And it's too much. It's way too much. So overcome those insecurities, and yeah, take it one day at a time. Read so that you're more knowledgeable, and hopefully these tips helped you into overcoming your insecurities. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down below. What do you do to overcome insecurities? Leave them down below. Let me know, especially if it's not something that's already on the list or that I spoke about in this video. So yeah, at the end of the day, I know you got this, and it's just gonna take some time to kind of like process everything and put it all together and work through it. But eventually you'll get there. You'll be very secure about yourself and about your image and your relationships. So like I always say, I'll see you in the next one.